What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Kaged Review. My name is Kevin Jackwitz, and today I'm going to be talking E3 2018. And we start off E3 with EA, Electronic Arts. And this is a company that is known for a lot of their sports games. They have other games that they're mostly adventure games they add. I think I most notably played Dante's Inferno, which was almost a very apparent ripoff of God of War in some ways. It was a cool game. It had some cool scenes, some cool ideas, but there were some problems with it. And sports games I play, I like. I'm not a huge fan of them though. So EA for me is kind of starting off on a soft note. But I'm going to preface this whole thing by saying this is my first E3 that I have ever watched. So I have really nothing to base performances and presentations by. I've seen a lot of things online where EA got a lot of shit from fans, and okay, understood, but I don't really know what makes a great presentation compared to a really bad presentation. I will say though, this might give some fresh perspective. So let me start out. Honestly, the highlights for me for the whole EA presentation were a couple of the indie games. Sea of Solitude and Unravel 2 looked really cool, kind of cute. Unravel 2 is this, it looks like co-op platformer. And I do like platformers, like I play Little Big Planet and Little Big Planet. Let me get that one right. So they're fun for me and it looked cute. I don't know if it would ever be a big game for me. I would say probably not. Sea of Solitude, much the same. I do kind of lean towards the AAA titles. Sea of Solitude had some really cool artwork though. It looked really visually good. But again, it's probably not my particular flavor or genre. And then you get Battlefield 5, which again, I really don't have anything to base by because I've never played the Battlefields. And I'll say it looked cool. I liked the setup it had for a lot of the gameplay. Multiplayer looked like it could be a lot of fun, honestly. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I've never played any of them, so I don't know that I would jump into this. I will say that for all of these games I'm mentioning, I'm going to do specific trailer reactions. So every game that I'm talking about, there's a trailer for it, except for one. And reactions will follow at some point very soon. Madden NFL was kind of crazy because this dude, they had two guys come out to talk about it. One guy was in these crazy pants, started screaming as soon as he walked on stage. Just really kind of, and it's funny because I've seen NFL games in the past that I think, I don't know if they look better, but they're at least comparable to Madden NFL 19. So that actually kind of says something right there. You want something with a game like this that's going to visually upgrade as much as you can every time, and I don't know that this did that for me. Because the sports games, to me, in my opinion, are kind of virtually the same thing every year. They don't, there's only so much you can do with a sports game. And like I said, I do like them to an extent, but they're definitely not my genre. Definitely not. So, it looked good, but nothing that I think really made it look next level. I think the standout for EA was Fallout 76. They had the preview trailer for that, which I definitely will be doing the reaction to. That looked really good. Apparently it's a prequel to the Fallout series, which I thought was cool. And, storyline looks cool, visually looks amazing. So That was alright. That was good. I think the really, really weak link to this whole presentation was there was a part where this lady interviewer was talking to a guy in the audience, and so they drop the fact that they're making a new Star Wars, I think it was Battlefront, game, and it's called Jedi Fallen Order, but that's all you got, just a guy telling you the name of the game in the audience, and that was it. Overall, the presentation to me was all business, and I think that's the thing that a lot of people had problem with. They weren't impressed by anything they saw as far as the games they were presenting, but also on top of that, you have these guys that are literally just going through the motions up there, and you know, it's like they're creating this for the cash. And I think for gamers, if you don't have the passion for it, if these games are not passion projects, then we kind of know that the game is not going to come out as good. And that's one reason why I'm a Sony guy. And I try not to be like, oh, Sony's the best. You know, no, if somebody comes out with something that looks amazing and I want to play it, okay, fine, they did a great fucking job. I've actually seen the Microsoft presentation, and I thought that was hella good. I was actually really surprised because Microsoft, I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of, you know, the E3s, but I haven't seen like entire presentations before. You know, but I know from, you know, fan feedback especially that Sony has killed it lately. And Sony comes on today, but Microsoft did really well. So it's not like I'm just, you know, a Sony guy and I push them out. But the point to that is that a lot of the games that are made by the Sony exclusive companies, you know, Santa Monica and Naughty Dog, they really are passion project games. God of War, Uncharted, The Last of Us, Infamous. They're so goddamn good. And like, people put everything they have into it. BioShock is another series that I think is absolutely great. And so when you see these guys come out on stage and they're literally just going through the motions, there's no energy behind it, there's no feeling, everything just falls flat. And I think that's why they're getting so much backlash. Because like I said, I've never seen a full presentation before, and these guys, they just did not have the energy, they didn't have the right presentation, and what they did present, I think in a lot of cases, was not impressive. They presented FIFA, Madden NFL 19, a couple of indie games, which unfortunately there's a lot of people, and I will even put myself in this category where, you know, like I said, it's kind of AAA games or nothing. I do like playing some like indie games, like you know, Journey, Mechanarium. Those are cool. I have no problem playing them if they're done well. But I definitely gravitate towards the spectacle of, you know, the games I just mentioned, say Uncharted, The Last of Us, things like that. Because they have great storylines, the graphics are amazing, the gameplay is usually very well worked out, and I mean, so what you're left with really is Battlefield 5, which was okay, Fallout 76, which was good, and then Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which fell flat on its face. So, I mean, to be honest, my first impressions from EA is like, okay, you kind of missed the ball there in a big way. But having said that, there were a couple of things I am looking forward to, Fallout 76 probably being the first of those. And I might even check out Sea of Solitude, just because, like I said, I think the artwork on that looked really cool. But other than that, I really wasn't sold on EA at all. I've bought a couple of their sports games before, and like I said, Dante's Inferno, and that's really about all I've ever touched from them. And I don't see anything in this that's really going to change that. So ladies and gentlemen, that's my thoughts on the first presentation from EA for E3 2018. I thought they really fell short. I thought it was very uninspired. And when you have something that uninspired, people are just not going to catch on. So that's where I'm at. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackwitz. Kaged Nation out.